السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أعزائي طلبة grade 6. هنتكلم في الفيديو ده عن the lateral and the total area of the cuboid. By the way, cuboid has another name which is rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. But first, we need to review the cube. The cube is a solid which has 6 congruent square-shaped faces. 4 lateral faces. All of them are congruent, square-shaped congruent, and 2 faces also congruent with the 6 faces. 12 edges. All the edges are equally length. And finally 8 vertices, 4 in the top and 4 in the bottom. But in case of the rectangular prism, or we call it a cuboid, we have 6 faces. But the faces on the shape of a rectangle. All the faces on the shape of a rectangle. Each 2 opposite faces are congruent. Front and back, they are 2 congruent. Left and right, they are also congruent. Top and bottom, they are also congruent. But we have a case which we can find 2 squared faces. Must be 2 and must be opposite. Rectangle, but square, and another square in the bases. So we can find 2 bases or 2 faces on the cuboid on the shape of a square. We will need this property just right now. Now I will talk about the lateral area of the cuboid. So I will cut out the 2 faces just like that. Now I have just the 3 lateral faces. So focus. This is a black line and this is around the cuboid. Please. This is represent the lateral area of the cuboid. So if I just cut this side just like that. Now what I got a rectangle. So I converted the lateral area of the cuboid into a rectangle. Now this rectangle has a length which is in the blue colored and a width which represents on the black color. Can I find the area of this rectangle? Of course I can find it. Area of the rectangle equal length times width. It's okay? Now, if we reassemble this cuboid again, remember that the length in a blue color and the width in a black color. Therefore, now I reassembled again the rectangle. Now, the lateral area, which is the area of the rectangle, is length times width. But this is a solid. So, what is the blue colored line represent? The blue colored line represent what? Yes, the perimeter of the base. And what the black color represent on the cuboid? It represents, of course, the height of the cuboid. So I will replace area of the rectangle by a lateral in the cuboid, and will replace the length by the perimeter of the base, and the width I will replace it by the height, and that's how can we deduce a rule to find the lateral area of a cuboid. The lateral area of a cuboid equal the perimeter of the base multiply its height. Remember, What is the shape of the base? The shape of the base is a rectangle. So I will substitute the base, the perimeter of the base by the rule of the perimeter of the rectangle. What is the perimeter of the rectangle rules? Yes, it's length plus width all multiply 2. Don't forget, length plus width all multiply 2, also multiply the height, and this is another rule. What if the base is on the shape of a square? So the rule will be the side length times 4. Side length times 4 is the rule of the perimeter of the square. Multiply h, which is the height. Now we have 3 rules. To find the lateral area of the cuboid, find the perimeter of the base, multiply the height, or the perimeter of the rectangle, which is of the rectangular base, or the squared base. How can I figure out what is the shape of the base? He will tell us this in the exercise. The base on the shape of square, or it's on the shape of a rectangle. Now we deduce that the lateral area of the cuboid is equal to the perimeter of the base times its height, whatever the shape of the base, square or a rectangle. Now, how can I find the total area? To find the total area of the cuboid, just find the lateral area and add the 2 area of its base. Just like a lateral equal the perimeter of the base multiply height, we just said. The total area equal the lateral area plus we will add the 2 area of the bases. The 2 bases are equal in area. If I have just one of them, I will find the second. Therefore, a lateral plus 2 area of the base. By the way, we have a case which we will find that we will add just one base. If he told me that there is no lid of this cuboid, or I can understand that there is no lid. If he is talking about a swimming pool, and we want to find the total area. Has the swimming pool 2 bases? No, just one in the bottom. There is no base in the top. So he didn't tell me, but I know that there is no base on the top about a swimming pool. So the new rule will be a total equal a lateral, we just had got, and 1 area of the base. If there is 1 base in the cuboid, or I understand that there is 1 base in the cuboid. Let's take an example. Example 1. Find the lateral and the total area of a cuboid of length 8 cm, width 4 cm, and height 5 cm. What is the shape of the base? Of course, it's a rectangle. How can I find it? Length and width. The rectangle has length and width, but the square has a side length, not length and width. Now, I recommend to do it in 4 steps. You can do it in a lot of methods, but I like to make it in a steps. Please, I recommend it, make it in a steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Step 1, we will find the perimeter of the base. To use it in the rule of the lateral area. And now the area. Lateral. 3, the area of the base. And finally, the total area. Now, we will write the rules of each step. The perimeter of the base on the shape of a rectangle. So the perimeter of the base will be the perimeter of the rectangle, which is length plus width all times 2. Make the substitution. Length is 8 plus width is 4 multiply 2. 12 multiply 2 is 24. Just centimeters. There is no square because it's a perimeter, not an area. Now, the lateral area. We just said that the lateral area is the perimeter of the base times height. Make the substitution. Perimeter of the base, we have just got 24. Multiply. The height is 5. 120 square centimeters. Square because it's an area. Now, area of the base. The base, we have just said that the base is a rectangle. So, the area of the base means the area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle equal length times width. Make the substitution. Length is 8. Width is 4. It means 32 square centimeter. And finally, the total area means the lateral area plus double of the area of the base. Lateral area, we have just got 120 plus the area of one base is 32, so the double of it is 64. It means 481 square centimeter. Please do it in the 4 steps. Don't miss any one of them. Let's take another example. Example 2. Find the lateral and the total area of a squared base. A squared base. He told me that it's a square. A squared base cuboid of side length. Side length of the square 7 centimeter and its height is 5 centimeter. Notice that I didn't remove the 4 steps. I didn't remove the 4 steps. Please, I recommend to make it in these 4 steps. P. Perimeter of the base. Lateral area. Area of one base. And finally the total area. Right. First, we will write the rules of each step. Perimeter of the base. The base is in the shape of a square. Therefore, the perimeter of the square is side length times 4. Make the substitution. Side length equals 7. 7 times 4 equal 28 centimeter. Just centimeter because it's a perimeter, not a squared centimeter. A lateral. The perimeter of the base multiply its height. That is the rule. Perimeter of the base equal 28. And the height, he gives me the height is 5. 0, 14. Square centimeter because it's an area. Area of the base, base on the shape of a square. Then the rule is side length multiply side length, which is 7 times 7, the substitution. 7 times 7 equal 49 square centimeter. And finally, the total area is the area lateral plus double the area of the base. A lateral 140 plus the area of one base is 49. Then the double of it is 98. Therefore 832 square centimeter. And that is how can I find the lateral area and the total area if the base on the shape of rectangle or it's on the shape of a square. Let's take another example. Example 3. Find the total area, just the total area of a cuboid without a lid. Without a lid. Without a lid, it means you have just one base. If its length is 10 and its width is 5 and height is 6 centimeter. To find the total area, first you must get the lateral area, because the rule of the total area is lateral area plus the area of the bases. If we need to get the total area, we have to find the lateral area first. So he told me to get the total area, but I have to get the lateral area also. The 4 steps, the same 4 steps, the only change will be in the last step. It will be just one base because it's without a lid. The base on the shape of a rectangle because it has length and width. So the perimeter of the base, length plus width, all times 2. Make the substitution, length is 10 plus width is 5, all multiply 2, it means 30 centimeters. A lateral, the area of the lateral. Perimeter of the base, multiply its height. The substitution will be 30 and the height is 180 square centimeters. Area of the base, base on the shape of a rectangle, it will be length times width, which is 10 times 5 equal 50 square centimeters. And now the only difference between these 4 steps and the previous 4 steps is in the last step. The total area equal the lateral area plus just one base because it's without a lid. The A total equal the lateral area is 180 plus the area of one base is 50, will be 50, just 50, it will be 230 square centimeters. And now we have finished the lesson of lateral and the total area of the cuboid or the rectangular prism, the other name. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.